And welcome, pool fans from all around the world. We are in Indonesia for 3 world titles. This one right here is the Women's WPA Women's World 10-Ball Championships. 64 ladies entered. This is a winner's round 1 round in between Pia Filler and Silviana Liu. Pia from Germany, Liu from Singapore. I'm sorry, from Indonesia. And we're off and running. I believe Silviana defeated April Larson in her first match. Pia Filler defeated Alara Ghaffari from Turkey. April Larson, of course, is from the US of A. Silviana, I believe, won the lag and will be breaking. This is George Tehechea bringing you the live action from Indonesia, joined by Tim de Ruyter from the Netherlands. Welcome, Tim.
Thanks, George. Very much looking forward to this match. It has been some time since I've seen Silviana play, and curious to see if she can make this a hard time at the table for Pia.
Mm-hmm. Your referee from the EPBF, the European Pocket Billiard Federation, is Perry Anderson from the US of A. These are races to 4, 2 out of 3 races to 4. WPA rules, the 10 must go in last. 3 foul rule, 30-second shot clock, 60 seconds after the break. Silviana breaking the balls dry, and Pia immediately up to the table to survey. She has 60 seconds to take care of this, and after that it's 30 seconds a shot with 1 extension. Pia is ranked number 4 by the WPA in the world rankings. Silviana, number 18. Their Fargo rating are 5 points apart. Pia with a no, I got that wrong. Silviana's in the high 700s. I have her down for 713. I'm going to have to double check that.
Extension.
Pia is a 718 Fargo.
Well, made the hit. At least survived the safety from Pia. But I feel there's worse to come for Silviana. Again, the distance coming up.
Well, she has a sliver of the 1 ball. I did check her Fargo, Tim, and her Fargo is 713. I seem to recall she was in the 750s.
Well, I usually leave that stuff up to you, so I believe
know.
you.
Well, I have been known to make mistakes. There's a men's doubles tournament going on. The first doubles tournament with a world championship title attached to it. That wraps up tomorrow night with the final at 6 p.m. Meanwhile, these ladies just got started today, and this is basically their second round right here. Pia has been playing very well this past year and a half. She has just made big strides in her game. They just won a big doubles tournament in Ho Chi Minh City.
Extension.
Might back that up. They did win a big double tournament, but I can't recall where it was. Safety? No, I think she can see the ball. But can she cut it to the side pocket? There is no corner. And if you'll notice, there's Joshua Filler, her husband, in support. Go ahead, Tim.
Well, it looks like she is lining up for the side. I just think
4-ball side.
I mean, how is she going to get shape on the 5? That's the next thing.
Shoot it softly and not scratch. Or shoot it hard and go back up for it. There you go. That's a good shot. That's a rather strong
great
shot
shape.
right there. To beat the 10 ball. Well, the safety from Pia for the side pocket there was a little bit short. Left an open shot, and Silviana took full advantage with a strong shot going 3 rails length of the table. Not across. For position on the 5, and now has this 9. And 10 ball to close out the first game. Oh, there's the 8.
Well, definitely a great start for Silviana. I mean, I think most of the people would say she's the slight underdog this match. So definitely to get off a good start will make a big difference.
I see this as a very even match. The only thing I give the edge to Pia is intensity. She seems to be much more, from what I've seen in their play. Silviana's very nice, and in this game you have to be very intense. But I think behind her niceness is intensity. So I make this a dead even match. I think we're in for a very tight game. Nice position there for the 9 ball. And of course this 10 ball. Breaking in game number 2. Well, another dry break. Breaks from the side. All the balls end up on the same side she was breaking from. Let's see if Pia takes on this shot. Or does she just bank it to the left long rail and try to put the cue ball behind the 7?
I think that's what she's playing. Good call and a good shot.
One ball corner.
Just below the side pocket, Tim, for the first rail.
Well, that's what I would be assuming, but
Foul.
yeah,
Caught
she
the 10.
looked to be long, alright. And now the run out is not so difficult, even though all the balls were on the same side.
No, it is surprisingly open. Because when they're on the same side, usually you have a couple balls or one ball tied up. And there's nothing tied up there. Defending champion for this tournament, of course, is Kristina Tkac. And we have the place is full of prior 10-ball champions. You have Cho Che-Yu, Cheska Centeno, Rubelin Amit, Jasmine Ocean, Kelly Fisher is here. Wei Tzu Ching, runner-up. And of course, I was going to say the Duchess of Doom, but she has not won the 10-ball championship. She was very close in Austria. She has been a semifinalist in 2023. Alison Fisher. So we have a lot of talent here. In fact, I believe in the top 10 ranked by the WPA, we have all 10 of those ladies here today.
Well, in the meantime, Pia cleaning up the table quite nicely. Handled the 2-3 near the top corner nicely. This time from the 5 to the 6, almost scratched. And maybe a little bit more angle on the 6 than you would have liked.
Very nice shot by Pia. Now she's got a long shot on the 7. She's going to have to work a little to get a shot here on this 8 ball. In fact, she's going to have to work a lot.
Extension.
This is almost straight in, so if she follows it, there's risk. And she has hit it hard enough to come past the 8. Past the 9, excuse me, on the left side. And the power hurt. Just one of those shots that looks simple, but it was tricky.
Extension.
Yeah, I would think she's gonna put the cue ball under the 8, one rail. Was she going aggressive, trying to make this and run the cue ball? Yeah, I don't think that was ever going to be easy to get shape. Can play a safety on the 8, banking the 8 2 rails to the bottom short rail.
Ball corner.
She's called it just in case in the bottom left.
Long shot on this 8 ball. Long straight in. A little dip of the cue there looked like. Did you see that, Tim?
Yeah, and I don't think I've seen it before with Pia.
I haven't either. Her cueing is always very on point, just very smooth. That should take care of game number 2, and we'll be tied with these once these 2 balls are pocketed. And tied we are. $175,000 prize fund for this World 10-Ball Championship. It's $50,000 to the winner, $25,000 to second place. Third and fourth have $16,000. 5th through 8th is $9,000, and 9th through 16th is a smooth $4,000. Players of all, I've watched all these players post pictures of Bali, enjoying the tourist attractions, the weather, the beaches, the resort, the food, the company. Looks like they're all out having a good time, but when they're across the table from each other, you'll get a blank stare, an intense stare, and a focused stare. Breaking from the side, playing the one to the side pocket. It goes high, the 2-ball goes in.
Well, and the early 10 on the break, but it doesn't count as the win.
I didn't see the 10-ball go in, but when I saw Perry up there, the referee, I thought, what, did the 10-ball go in? And it did. Oh, you're bound to find a ball to get behind here. Push that 1 ball straight between the window there, between the 10 and the ball next to it. And hide that cue ball in that behind that 9-7. Just make sure
it would
you
be
get
nice
a
if
rail.
she can freeze up on them. That would be ideal. She's played quite firm. Don't think she's got the full hook. Well, going for the run out. My biggest concern, the orange 5 ball. Do you have any idea, George?
The run out from here? She's going to have to back this up for the 4. And what to do with the 5? It's right between the 6-8. Let's see where she leaves the cue ball. Both of these young ladies are 27 years of age.
Extension.
Yeah, probably missed the 4 ball. Overcut it. Probably just to make sure the cue ball ran into the 5, or at least in that cluster. Does have the second prize, but Sylviana can jump and send the 4 ball down table.
4 ball side.
She's calling her in the side. I think she's playing that 4 ball. She's going to try to stop the cue ball on the jump and play that 4 ball 3 rails behind the wall of balls on the right. Oh no, she's kicking it over. Cue ball, side pocket. Oh, awfully close. Straightforward kick on 1 rail kick here.
Four ball corner.
Wow, look at this. Good hit, but quite fortunate to find the 10 right in between again from that position.
Nine ball corner.
You know, with the number of balls there on the right side, that it could have ended up a lot of different ways, and not too many of them good for Silviana. There goes the cue ball again towards the side,
Foul.
and that one dropped in.
Yeah, a little bit of a struggle. The start of this opening set. Of course, this is the opening match for both players, or, well, for Pia, it is the opening match, I believe. So that can cause
No,
also
they both played a
some early
match.
struggles. Oh, they both have played a match.
Yeah, they both played a match. They both won. This is winners round one. Pia defeating Alara Ghaffari from Turkey, and Silviana defeating April Larson from the USA.
Yeah, I forgot about Alara. Well, in that case, I find it interesting to see that both of them are not really... Well, it's not like they really got going yet. I think we still have the most to come. The best to come. Now, these side pockets look awful tight. She might play a safety behind the 7 instead of shooting this to the side pocket.
Like that, Tim? Nice shot. Nice shot.
Yeah, and imagine, I'm quite sure you would know that too, is how the 6 was laying on other tables. I'm quite sure I would have taken the risk to go for the side pocket, but
Sure.
not on these arc tables.
Well, she's 3-rail kicking this ball to the side pocket.
Extension.
It's a big ball. Just barely had to get a little tighter out of the corner.
Foul. That's your second.
And also her second foul. Don't think Pia would need to win this rack on a 3 foul. But mainly is about this shape to the 7. Does it go to the bottom right?
It looks like it does, Tim, but if it doesn't, she'll just stop the cue ball up against the 8 and 3-rail the 7 out of there to the upper right-hand corner. It looks like it does go, and if it does, I think she shoots it. Yeah, she's shooting it. Oh, used the whole pocket.
Well, probably was not able to cut it as much as she needed to. So she hit it thick.
Exactly.
The speed made it drop.
Well, you know, shots like that, I mean, she apologized. She kind of waved like, hey, I got a good roll there. A lot of players will play that ball to slide in. And that one just took a little longer to slide. Uh-oh, that one didn't.
You were on 2 fouls.
There's Ralph Souquet and Joshua Filler, the Kaiser and the Killer. "56 years of age and he still plays so strong."
Well, not just how well he plays the game, also a true ambassador for the sport.
Yes, he is. True gentleman.
10 ball side.
One of Germany's great champions. Another one that fits the bill, but not as experienced, would be Torsten Homan. What a I thought that ball was in. Looked like it was all pocket.
Yeah, quite the back and forth. This stand for Pia to still win the rack, but not in the prettiest way. Oh.
I didn't want to jinx it, but she had a 7 ball rather similar to that, and she missed the 7, but it was because she was trying to get position. I just thought that on this shot, she would just pocket the ball, but she missed it exactly the same way she missed the 7 ball in the earlier rack. And Silviana with a 1-game lead. Pia Filler and Joshua, and I think, was it Maurice Newhausen that played with him in the World Team Championships where she made that $60,000
Yes.
spot shot? Yeah, what a shot. They got into a shootout in the team championships, and Pia was faced to have to make it or lose. And of course, the other team missed, so if she makes it, they also win. And make it she did. And Ralph Souquet and Torsten that I mentioned earlier will be playing in the men's World 8-Ball Championships. And of course, Joshua was playing with Felix Vogel in the men's doubles. I think they might be out. I'm pretty sure they are. There goes the 4. To the side. Straight back on the 1. She could play safe a couple different ways here, Tim. How do you like playing safe?
Well, in some way, I kind of like the bank also, but
Yeah,
probably, yeah.
I think she plays a very tight game. I don't think she'll bank at this. I could be entirely wrong, but I like the bank too. And it looks like she's going for it.
Well, the other option is scamming off the left side, bringing the cue ball 3 rails behind
Right.
the 3-9.
Oh,
But she played
Serious.
the long rail to long rail safe, and I think that safety in general works well whenever you get like near the end of the rack, but not so well when there's like still so many balls to find cover behind.
now this one is really straightforward. You kind of stun the cue ball to the right underneath the first ball, which I think is the 7 ball. and then bring the one ball 3 rails over where the 3 ball is. Almost 4 rails, actually. You see the shot now? And she's skimming off the left. Oh, that's it right there. A little more speed. That
Well,
worked
the one
out perfectly.
Yeah, that nudge on the 10 definitely helped out, and the cue ball awkward over the 7. But a full hit can send the one ball over to the top side of the table, but not if you catch the double kiss. And now this layout is wide open for Sylviana to get on the hill first. Tricky shot here. And did she land on the 5? This 6 ball might have gotten in between. Yes, she does not have the shot on the 5. And I wonder, she could have played double speed on the 3 and bring the cue ball 2 rails back out more to the center. So another safety coming up.
Five ball corner.
You know, Pia is a 7-time European pool champion, a 3-time Euro Tour champion. And that all started in 2022, so in the past 3 years. Young lady plays a lot of pool. And she wins a lot too.
Well, Sylviana now winning the safety battle on the 5, so another chance for her. Center of the table to get on the 8 to cross over for the 9. Quite natural angle.
Nice approach shot for this 9 ball, but she could have got a little straighter.
Yeah, she's been pocketing the ball nicely, but the speed indeed, overall, she's been coming up short here and there.
And this 10 ball for a 2-game lead in this race to 4.
So now Sylviana Liu on the hill in the opening set, putting Pia in a little bit of a spot.
Well, Sylviana in 2024 had 2 Final 16 finishes, one in the Women's World 9-Ball Championship and one in the WPA Women's World 10-Ball Championship. So last year she was in the Final 16. Keep in mind, this is the winner's round 1. This is her second match. In 2023, she had a semifinal outing at the Alpha Women's Las Vegas Open, a quarterfinal in the Women's World 10-Ball Championships in 2023. So she's been at the top. Final 16, Final 8 of the Women's World 10-Ball.
Well, the 1 ball hanging up, barely missed to the side pocket. And there might be a shot on for Pia to get going, but I don't think the cueing is so nicely. She might be over the 7.
If she doesn't have it, she handles that jump cue pretty well. Pia is a Predator-sponsored player and plays with the Pantera 5-2. Tough position on this 4 ball.
Wow, and I'm quite sure we both did not expect her to miss that 3 ball.
I think she was trying to either bump the 4 or get underneath it, not on top of it, or not on the high side of it, to have a shot for the upper corner pocket. Because from where she's at now, she doesn't have a shot. She'd have to play safe. I don't think she found cover. Interesting. I thought she would thin the left side of it, or two rail the three ball behind this wall of ball and put the cue ball where the three ball is. Either way, it worked. Although she could jump this. You see that little window she could jump through, Tim? Right down the rail?
Yeah.
Yeah, she could jump this and go rail first and pocket the ball.
I mean, you make the ball, you can play a safety on the 4 right after. She's
Exactly.
actually made a good hit also on the 3 rails, but
Yeah, and she hasn't really, well, this will afford me the first opportunity to play safe on this 4 ball, with this 4 ball.
same thing here, just to make the 3 and then a stop shot safe behind the 8. She's definitely not going to do too much.
It looks like the 4 ball goes to the side pocket. So with good speed, she could pocket the ball and give herself a safety play off the 5. Wow, how did that stay out?
Well, super tight table at the moment. That might be one of the reasons why both players have not been running out so extremely well.
Now Pia, being down 3 games to 1, do you go for this for this ball to the corner, or do you play the safe behind the 6?
Well, I mean, she has to think about the consequences too. I kind of feel like the safety behind the 6 is a higher percentage.
And she got it. No, I totally agree. But it's a choice the players have to make. But you have to take the score into consideration. You know, if you miss the ball and leave it hanging, your opponent wins the set. If you play a good safety, you have a chance to run the table yourself. And there it is with the ball in hand. She creates that chance by playing a good safe.
Foul.
And
Well, now all the hard work has done is to stay in line, but I think a stop shot or maybe slide follow should be okay on the 9.
Nice little out here. And this 10 ball to pull one back and come within a game to tie it up. And Pia does.
Yeah, another very close opening set. Kind of feels like every match George and I are doing, the matches get tighter and tighter.
It really has, especially the opening day. I mean, I did some matches with Eric, and we were done in a heartbeat. 2 straight sets, and we were out of there. And 3-hour matches would take an hour. And I got with you, and we went to a shootout immediately, and a 3-hour and 45-minute match.
Yeah, and then now it's gonna be a deciding opening set. I mean, it's just gonna go like that.
Well, I don't believe that, but it is what it is. As far as this is pool, I mean, it's so. One match can go one way, you expect it to, and the next one complete opposite.
Well, I'm just
And there's
surprised overall that so many matches are so close to each other. Like this match so far
Well-
doesn't feel like they're gonna have some distance between them.
Well, they're 5 points apart in Fargo. The results are rather close all the way around. Their style of play is pretty similar. They're both handy with a jump cue. And the only difference I see, or I even mentioned, was that I feel like maybe Pia can be more intense and focused than Silviana. But I'm going to have to recant that because I'm seeing this young lady with the same levels as I'm seeing from Mrs. Filler.
Nine ball corner.
Oh, good hit. I think we will see the jump cue coming out, but it will be difficult to and make the 1 ball and get shape on the 2. Might have to jump this real first, but
1 ball corner.
makes the difficulty a lot tougher.
One thing she has to do here is not foul.
Extension.
The 4 ball's tough in case she does get a run out at it with ball in hand. Oh, nice try. Made the hit. No 6 ball help. Oh, she played the backward safety. That's leaving your opponent elevated.
1 ball corner.
I never heard it that way.
I've actually said that several times. I call it backwards because you're trying to be on the back side of that 8 ball, and you're not. So you got it backwards, but it's still safety. Or not. She cues well.
Well, she is on the 2. For a second looked like the 6 might have come in between, but it did not. But look at that 4 ball. That is not going to be
Yes.
something easy to solve.
Well, you have to get straight in on it, or real close to straight in. and play it. I think you have to play it across the side pocket. I don't like playing it, trying to get underneath it. Well, that's where she got. She got good on it. And actually, this is a stun shot. If it falls forward just a little, she's almost straight in on the 5. Oh, it's far enough past the knuckle or the point. Well, she made that problem look easy, but what about this problem? She has to get the cue ball up above the table.
Extension.
How do you like hitting this ball with right hand on her side, right hand English, and going 3 rails or 2 rails forward for the 6?
Well, it might be her only option to get to the 6, but it's a very difficult shot though, very missable.
Yeah. A good draw shot gets her up there too. Well, she played,
Pocketed ball.
and look at this. She might get put back in. Well, no, because Pio just jumped this. I don't think she'd give her a shot to jump it if it's not open. But it appears to be open. Pia needed this.
Well, all the hard work has done. Now it's all about just trying to stay close to your work. Just don't get the long distance. Center of the table would be preferred. And perfect on the 10, so we are going for a hill opening set.
Well, Pia came through with 2 games in a row to tie this set up at 3 and break to win it. And here we go. Breaking to win the first set.
Yeah, then again, a 1 ball catching the side pocket point. Fails to make a ball on the break. And there is an opening shot on the 1, but the shape on the 2. It also feels like the layouts are tough. A lot of difficult positional shots. Not so many balls going in on the break.
Well, that's part of what the hand rack provides, and also that's part of what breaking from the side provides. They're both breaking from the right side of the table as we look at it, and look where all the balls end up. Even though, amazingly, they're open for a run. I mean, they're open. You don't have to do too much to. Nothing's really tied up. But this makes for a lot of safety play right along here, a lot of maneuvering. Pretty much you're jockeying for position to get ball in hand. Or an open shot.
No, she's then once again playing that side-to-side safety. What to play? How much of this 2-ball does she have also?
Extension.
I think she might be kicking it. She's going to kick right behind it and try to stick the ball. It's not off the rail enough, I don't think, to be able to stick it. To hold the cue ball there. I only had a small glance at it. I couldn't tell. Yeah, it's pretty close. No, she could see it. And her safety may backfire.
Well, at least she did not instantly lose the rack. But I do agree with you. Sofiana can roll up on the 7. I think it was a 7. Yeah.
Left a window open. She might take a cut at this. Hit this with good speed. You stay on the left side of the.
Two-ball here. Two-ball corner.
Called the 2-ball in the corner. Is she going 1 reel at it or 2 reels?
Probably 2.
Oh,
I feel that's the best way to shoot that shot, because the cue ball leaves the vicinity and comes up towards the balls there. Might find cover.
now a shot on the 2. All right shape on the 3-ball, but still needs somewhat of a shot to get to the 4. Cutting the ball with that spin, you gotta make sure you calculate the cue ball bending into the ball. Yeah, and basically the spin got her there Curved in more than she was expecting to do.
Opportunity.
Well, now it's all with Sylviana, the initiative. 6 ball, I think, does go to the top right, so stay in line, especially the first shot. Cue ball will be running around to the 7 and the 10.
Trouble.
Extension.
Yeah, now jump cue out. This is really shaping up to be a nail biter of a set.
Five ball corner.
Yeah, went for the kick. Has now given Pia ball in hand. What a drama.
Well, she didn't expect to come back to the table, but she has. And it's with ball in hand.
Well, still some back and forth with the cue ball. Now, sure, if she's like almost straight, it's easy to stun over for the 7 in the bottom right. But sometimes you catch a little bit more angle on the 6 like this. Then you will have to run a couple rails, you hit it too firm, you land wrong. There's some issues. Let's see if she gotten straight enough on the 6.
I think she's going to roll forward a little bit and be perfect. A little bit of an angle she could do without. Actually, it looks pretty good. Fall forward for the 9 on the side. Yeah, this looks good.
Yeah, you would say she's supposed to finish, but we've seen already quite some balls being missed today. Not just in this match, also in the previous one, so who knows?
I think her choice here is to either slow roll for the 10 or go around the table for the 10. And I like this right here a lot. And this 10 to win the first set in a hill match. Pia was down 3-1, and she came back and won 3 games in a row to take the set.
Yeah, so soon we'll be starting the second set. Not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if Silviana chooses to leave the arena for a bit, take a time out.
All right, and let's see some of the matches here that we've in this winners round that are going on right now. Well, there's some stats. Overall performance, you can see where Pia is leading in that department by quite a margin, and that's winning those 3 games in a row. Has a lot to do with it. Her break success is higher, 67 to 25. Silviana committing 3 fouls. Or getting 3 fouls. She's missed 3 balls, but Pia's missed 9. And that was early. Balls pocketed. Pia's made more balls, but yet it's only 1 game difference. Pia forced a couple of fouls. She's had some good safety returns, and efficiencies have been higher by Pia. Some good stats. Okay, here we go. Your defending champion, Cristina Takac, leads 1 set and 3 games in the second set over Carmilla Buhat from the Philippines. That's that young little sensation that played very, very well at the last tournament. Soledad Ayala from Argentina leads 1 set to 0, but is down 3-0 in games in the second set to Sweet Zitwi Charlene Shai. Soa leads 1 set to 0 over Venus Lim. Tied 1 apiece in the second set. Kristina Zlateva leads 1 set to 0 and leads 2-1 over Sakura Muramatsu from Japan. Bean Hung 1 set to 0, 3-2 in the second set over Laura Dude. And then Vang Bui Son from Vietnam leads 1 set to 0 and 3-1 in the second set over Margarita Fefalova Steyer. Jasmine Ocean, here's someone we haven't heard from in a little bit. Leads 1 set to 0, 2-1 in the second set over Tamami Okuda. Cho Che-yu, World 10-ball champion, World 9-ball champion. 1 set to 0 over Denise Santos from the Philippines. Kelly Fisher, 1 set to 0 over Zhang Muyan. And Shui Qing Shang is tied 3 games apiece in the first set over Wang Wanling. And the ladies are back. And I'll stop reading scores. Except for one more. Lena Primus from Austria leads Yuhan 3-1 in the first set. And Pia to break in set number 2. Winning the first set 4-3. 10 ball again, close to the pocket. It's going to go in. It spots. Pia making full use of her 60 seconds provided after the break to plan her attack. You know, at the last tournament, Tim, we had a little shot clock. We could see the shot clock right next to the scoreboard. We don't have that this time.
Push out.
That is a very valid point.
I finally
knew
made
something
one.
was off.
How about that?
No. You had a good call earlier.
Oh, that's right.
Well, kind of
Well,
surprised that
1 out of
Pia did
50.
not go for the jump on the 1.
Well, keep in mind that she gave herself an opportunity to win the last game by playing a safety instead of going for a shot, if you recall. And it proved right. She was able to come back and win the game. She earned it by proving that safety, by playing that safety.
Extension.
Is that 5 ball playable in the side? I can't tell. The camera is... This rack is kind of ugly. With the 5, 6, 9 all lined up on the rail there. Even though the 5 goes to the side, the 6 ball, I guess you would play the 6-9 combo.
One ball corner.
Nice hit. I think she should play the bank shot to the corner where she's standing and take the cue ball up for the 2. It's a good two-way shot. She more than likely plays safe if she plays it with pocket speed.
Well, you cannot always keep ducking. You have to at some point say, okay, let's go.
That's why I wanted to play it.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Like, yeah. Also, that many safeties in a row is always going to bring the both players down with their game. Well, I would like to see some fireworks. Both definitely capable of showing us some fireworks.
Yeah, come to Arizona on the 4th of July. You're going to melt, but you'll see fireworks. And you know, Tim, that's also my birthday, so send gifts.
Well, I don't have to send them because I'm coming over. So
Okay, there you go.
well, she does get one of those shots. Look at this angle. Oh, I would not want to be the one shooting this.
Is this a hay ball table with shop corners?
Oh, well, almost looks like it. Wow.
Well, they're rounded. Corners are rounded in hay ball, like a snooker table. These are sharp and straight out. Well, it looks like we're gonna. Well, there's that 4-ball stuff too.
Now, I do think the 4 does go to the bottom left. So 2 rail shape near the bottom of the table.
Now she's gonna have a hard time getting the cue ball up for the 5. Good safety.
Yeah, it's all about this 4 ball. 5 in front of the side, 6-9 combination available. I mean, some strong safety play from both. Now, she is kicking at this. How is she going to get cover with only the 7 and the 8 really in play? I think it was just so
That ended up.
low percentage to get some luck.
Did she move the 5-ball a little bit? Yeah, she shied away from the combination. Will she play the safety behind the 8, or will she cut it down the rail? That's a nice shot. Now here's a decision. Do you bank it and play position?
Yes. I mean, you would say this is quite high percentage to make the bank.
She disagrees. The thing about it is, if you bank the ball and bring the cue ball to the right of where it is now to play the 9-ball down, if you miss it, you're going to leave a long, tough shot anyway. So I would have been with you, Tim. Oh, this got away. Oh, no, this is a tough shot. We've seen this shot before.
Another safety. 8 to the bottom short rail.
I think P is going to go for this shot. I'm not sure I would, but I think she's going to. No, she played a nice safe. Distance. A lot of maneuvering in this game. Is she going for the bank, or is she playing safe? Safe. That's a practice shot. You can just tell by the way she hit that. That's a practiced shot. Second time she leaves the same shot. And same response by Silviana. Cut the 8-ball into the 10 and run the cue ball up, Tim?
I think so. Oh, that's slow in pace.
Yeah, what I don't like about that shot is that if she pockets the ball, she has position. But at the speed she would have to shoot it at, also means if she misses, she leaves it. This is what, probably the 6th or 7th, maybe even the 8th shot on this 8-ball. Cue ball behind the 10, right up against it. No, it leaked out.
Well, still don't think the bank shot is the right shot to play. And the cue ball 2 or 3 rails underneath the 10. Risky 2. The object ball will be in the open.
Eight-ball corner.
What a shot. And what an 8-ball to close out the first game of the second set. Determination won that game. And a great shot. Rublin Amit has defeated Xinyu Hong from Chinese Taipei, 2-0. Jasmine Ocean has won her match 2-0 over Tamami Okuda from Japan. Breaking from the side, look for all the balls to end up on the right side of the table, same side the cue ball's on now. Well, all but 3. 4 if you count the 10. One ball does go by the 4.
One ball corner.
Nice shot by Pia down the rail.
Seven ball corner. Extension.
She's called the 7 ball.
This is super tough. Or, I mean, so easy to run into the 3 ball first.
And Pia's response was no hill for a climber.
Oh.
Legally pocketed ball.
Kind of got a feel for her there because she played a pretty good cue ball.
Yeah, she did. Do you let her shoot or do you take the shot? I kind of like going 2 rails
you have to
behind the 10-5.
Yeah, but I feel that the 8 ball is a little bit in between to do that.
It's you're gonna have to spin around it. I agree that it looks like it may be in the way. It's real close. I'd have to be at the table and take a look at it, but I like the shot if the 8 ball wasn't there for sure. But I'd have to be at the table to make that determination.
Yeah, now I'm not a fan of this long rail save.
Save.
Sylviana's
She's going
got
to
the
cut the
cut.
3 ball in. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, like, if there's no other balls in between, I'm
Oh,
definitely not a fan of the long rail to long rail save. And it was a funny position. I mean, I think we both agree that it was not easy to find cover with the cue ball somewhere.
Foul.
oh. She did lose the cue ball.
Aye.
Well, this rack got a little easier now with ball in hand. Come up for the 6. Then the 8 ball. Then 9-10.
Oh, well, that was a little bit of a scare. She also was doubting the fact if the cue ball was going to stay at the table.
A little
Now-
tougher than she wants to be on this 8.
Did you not like to go just forward on the 6? Like, I have a feeling Pia really just doesn't want to shoot to the side pockets anymore.
It could be.
Well, managing nice on the 8.
She might clip this 10 ball a little bit, or she get around it. Oh, she got around it nicely. And this 10 ball to tie it up at 1. They're going to stay close together. Take a look at this playback. Nice 1 ball there. As was that combo. And that ball I thought would have stayed out. And that scratch is what lost her the game. Tied at 1. Game 3.
By a little bit. The problem is that it won't sit on the spot.
Looks like maybe the head ball might have fallen off. After we moved the rack.
Well, the rule is that the players are not allowed to check the rack. But obviously, when you see that the one ball is off the rack, I'm quite happy to know that the referees do re-rack him. Well, she does have a cut after the dry break from Pia. Not a very easy shot. Good news is,
One
you would
ball
say
forward.
almost always shape on the 2 ball to the center.
It looks like it's froze, so it should be a good shot to cut it in. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, just not so great the fact that the cue ball is so close to the short rail. We'll have to do something special now to get on the 3 ball.
2 ball side.
Do you like this combo?
Well, I'm quite sure the average pool player would say no. Because there's quite some distance between the two of it. The thing is, at some point you gotta go. And if you make it, you now suddenly have a chance to have the run out. So it's just so easy to miss the combo.
Yeah, sometimes you just force yourself to shoot those. Coming back for the 4 ball on the side. Oh, never mind. I thought the 4 ball was hanging right over the side pocket. It's not.
No, this is not a hanger by any means.
Foul.
It is hard to believe that ball scratched.
Well, did she by any chance maybe grab a piece of the side pocket point? Or is there a reason why she did not play enough right spin to cross over safe?
I telling you, she cut the ball perfect down the rail, and it ended up going around the side pocket straight across. She had to have hit it with left-hand English, so it probably caught part of the point and came straight across instead of taking the English up a little bit.
Yeah, this 8 ball still kind of scary. Now, she
She
could
go.
stop the cue ball and take the cut on the 9, but I would be scared to cutting the 9 and then run a piece into the 10. Otherwise, she'll have to
I
move
like
the cue
going
ball all the
forward
way
here.
over to... Yeah, but makes the shot a lot tougher.
Just straight high English.
Well, I'm glad she put on a positive stroke there, because I feel like both ladies really have tightened up.
They just look so evenly matched to me.
So it's Sylviana Liu taking this rack off a scratch from Pia from the 4 to the 5.
And there's the shot. You see how that came straight across there? That's surprising.
Yeah, just was wondering, usually you play that with so much right spin that you're never getting close to the scratch. So, and sometimes near the side pocket points, the cue ball can react a little bit funny too. Yeah.
Agreed.
So now score 2-1 in favor of Sylviana. I do believe she had a similar score going on in the first set, which she eventually lost.
It was exactly the same. Sylviana winning the first game, losing the second, winning the third. But then she won the fourth for a 3-1 lead.
Well, let's see if she can repeat. Just not the set outcome, but the scoreline. Oh, makes one, makes two. And the safety behind the 8. Yeah, main objective there to keep the 2 behind the 8. Of course, would have been nice to get to the other side of the 3 ball, but overall, not an easy position for Pia to get out of.
Extension.
Tough little shot here.
Now, I'm quite sure there will be a lot of players back home thinking that Pia can go over the top short rail with a lot of right spin. But that only works on the older cloth. This is all brand new equipment. Predator Arcadia cloth, Predator Arc table. Everything's brand new, so that spin is not going to grab on the rail yet.
Going for a 3 foul.
Two ball corner. 8 ball corner.
That's a pretty good turn of events for Pia.
Yeah. Good hit, but that was a huge roll. Now I'm assuming the 2 ball still got to a rail. We only got to watch the 7 ball move. And look what has happened to the 4 ball. Now we have an extra problem. 3-6 combination is already tough. Imagine that cluster.
Oh boy.
Six ball corner.
Well, made the combo. Now, can she come up and open up the 4-8 with the cue ball? Gotta get some English on this ball. Got it. I think I'm just going to go ahead and go off that 4 ball right behind the 9-7.
Well, unless the 4 does go to the top right.
There is that possibility. It doesn't appear so, though. Never mind. Eagle eyes.
Well, he's played a good cue ball too. Was very easy to find the 10. One good shot. Speed-wise from 7 to 8.
Coming straight down. I actually like drawing this ball. 2 rails and catching the long rail. So that you don't overrun it. Played it perfect. Perfect speed.
Well, it's
And
not going
they're
to be the same
tied.
score line as the first set.
Well, they're tied at 2. They were tied at 2 in the last set. And then Mia won 3 in a row. No, I'm sorry. It was 3-1. You're right. It's not the same score line. Tim, you're so good at those numbers. Look how much
Well-
room she had to go by that 9-ball.
Yeah, close match all the way.
Big break here. Tied at 2. Who gets the next 2 games? Does Silviana get the next 2 games, or does Pia get the next 2 games?
Well, this time not too difficult for a layout. The only thing I'm wondering is, does the 3 go to the side? And she is playing safe. I thought it did look like the 1 did go by the 9.
Oh, she might have an edge. Can't be sure.
1 ball corner.
She does have. Oh, she does have an edge. Good camera. What a shot.
Extension.
This match has had a lot of back and forth, a lot of strategic play. And some really good shots, too.
Well, that 3 ball is not going to be a problem anymore. Very much available after this shot. And again, difficult to get to. Is she going to elevate, jump over the 4?
No, I think
Over
she's
one
just going to
rail?
kick it to 3. Just going to one rail kick it. It looks like she has room. I want to see that shot again. She caught the corner on the outside and scratched in this pocket down here.
Yeah, she was pretty high in the cue ball, which makes the cue ball in general track a little longer. And now an important run out, but on the other side I'm a little bit worried about 7 to the 8. Not saying you could not make the 7 and get yourself back on the 8, but it's those shapes that we've seen a lot of players struggle today.
Well, this is pretty straightforward.
Wow, and she's not left the 5 ball on.
Yeah, she's left an easy safety, though. Just roll by the 6 with the 5, put the cue ball on the 6. So easy to save from here.
Yeah, just roll on top of it.
Didn't quite understand that shot.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not too sure actually what Sylviana's plan was on that. Yet, I do still want to see this. Like I mentioned, to get from the 7 to the 8, could go back and forth later on to play the 8 in the bottom right. In the worst case, she could also play safety behind the 8 ball. But I kind of feel like you have to go. I mean, you do eventually want to get on the hill first.
Most definitely. Well,
Yeah,
she missed
did
the
not
ball,
have.
but
She didn't have so much angle to really go back and forth. That was not easy. And she got quite a roll not to leave something on the 7.
oh boy. I think she might have part of it. Yeah. Keep in mind that Pia is sponsored by Predator and plays with the Pantera 5-2 and made the bank shot.
That was a great bank, by the way. I'm just not sure if it's really the Pantera. I think she recently switched to the Sangli.
Oh, did she just switch? I just
Yeah,
Oh.
I believe so. The purple Sangli. Nice cues. I like the Sanglis. They hit nice.
Sure.
Ooh.
Yeah, it must have been a pretty recent switch. That's good info to have, because one of the websites said that she played with what I just mentioned. And Pia is on the hill to force to take it in 2 straight sets. Sylviana must win the set. She dropped the first set at Hill Hill. That was a great shot. And here we go to break to win the match. It's Pia Filler. Ten ball on the break.
Well, actually, I am starting to think to make the 10 on the break is really not such a great thing to have, because how often is there another ball laying near the spot and now it instantly forms a cluster? It didn't this time, but it does happen here and there. And then you don't have the run out.
Well, this is available. Let's see if she can complete it. It'll be the first one of the match. 12 games so far.
And it has to try and get somewhat straighter on the 4 to be able to hold for the 5. And it looks like she is going to bump into the 7.
Extension.
Tricky position coming up. Now the last
She
time
go
she
back
had to
and
play.
forth?
Yeah, I think
Go
she
ahead.
will have to, but she's missed one
Yeah.
of those literally in the last rack. Well, not
Well,
this
she
time.
got that one.
A little bit of a redemption from that miss on the 7 ball last rack. Played this one a lot smoother.
Can't tell if the 7 goes by the 9 to the side pocket, but she'll play it to the corner. Otherwise, she probably would come up for the 7 in the side. Although you said she's been shying away from the side pockets.
Well, not the obvious shots, of course, but whenever there was a slight bit of angle towards the sides, I feel like she was still playing that shape to the corner.
She might not be able to see this, Tim.
Yeah, I don't think she can. She is doubting it, so it must be closer than we think. Oh, this makes
Oh, this might
makes
go
it
from
look
this
like
angle.
it can. Yeah.
Oh, it sure did. Well, Pia needs these 2 balls to close out the set. And the match. Well, this 10 ball should do it. And there it is. Tough, hard-fought first match, and P is able to come back in the second set.